Plumbing Live Q&A with Roger Wakefield, and that is me. If you want to learn plumbing by receiving the best information, if you believe your opinion matters and you want it to be heard, if you really have a love for getting into or better at the trades, and you want to have a freaking awesome time learning and contributing, I think you'll like what you're going to find here. I think you're going to like the opinions and the information. And to be honest, we want your opinions too. So yes, I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I go live every Monday to talk about plumbing, all things plumbing. And I love it because if you're new to this channel or you were actually searching for something and found this video, look, you may want to hang out. I get a lot of great people in here that have a lot of great information that they support, add to it and stuff like that. We have apprentices, we have plumbers, we have plumbing company owners, we have people that want to open their own company, but we have people that get in here and give great advice. So you may want to hang around, but if it's something you're searching, you may want to just go over and search the videos and find exactly what you're looking for. But to be honest, I want to make sure that you understand we think we get the best information on here. We also want to hear your opinion, and you're going to get opinions from other people. We want this to be a fun place to be. And we want to make sure that you understand you've got to love your customers to do what we do. And that's what makes it all special. So first of all, I am going to jump over into the chat real quick. I'm actually looking over here to see what I can see. Man, I like that new thumbnail. Tell me what y'all think. If you saw my new thumbnail today, tell me, do you like that? We've got a new channel trailer or new intro right there, 1 minute intro. Tell me what you think about that. I'm just kind of curious to see what all y'all got going on. I'm going to jump in the chat here real quick. Fluffy, drop them off. How we doing? Yes. Trev is super hyped. Dude, I love seeing you here every week. It's a great deal. Plumber Works, how we doing? I like that name. That's pretty cool. Blavier, man, everything's up. That's it. Talking about the dude, ever heard of a Watson Wick? Can't say I have. Yes, indeed. Tony the Reese says, dude, what is up? My grandfather saw last stream and it made his day. Parker, I got to tell you what, look, I love what I do. Those of y'all that are in here, you know it, you see it, you see me often. Man, I think I've got the coolest job in the world. I get to come in here, talk about plumbing. I get to do it, man, with some great people. We have so many people that get in here and I think they're phenomenal. So, man, this is great. This is my visiting hour. This is my Q&A. This is my, let's get in here and talk, see what's going on. So, you know what? Let's just jump into it. Now, we're working on some things for our merch. We're working on some things for our video. But I got to tell you, first of all, one of the things is, sorry I'm late, but I got here as soon as I wanted to. Hope y'all like that. We're not really being smart, just having a good time. And here's one. Do you recommend any drain cleaners or none at all? Well, my answer is always none at all, just because of the chemicals. I don't think that most of the drain cleaners work very well. And people that hear me say this during videos, they always tell me, you're just saying that because you don't want people to fix their own plumbing. Shark bite fittings. I'm sitting here looking at them on my desk because we did a video the other day. I don't believe in them. And people say, well, you're stupid, you're just a dinosaur, you're afraid to look at new things. And they also tell me you don't like shark bites because it lets people fix their own plumbing. Guys, I've made 700 videos to teach people how to fix their own plumbing. That's not why I do it. Just as a residential service plumbing company owner here in Texas, we fix a lot of leaks, and unfortunately, a lot of them are shark bite. Daniel Riggs says, good vibe. Absolutely. Uh, do the five. Not sure what you mean there. Aztec. I like the way that's spelled. That's cool. Drain Medic says, love your show. Thank you very much. Look, I love what I get to do. It is so much fun, not just to get in here, but to get to visit people. I've got people that jump in here every week where we've looked at the idea of doing conferences, a podcast. Man, we've got a lot of great ideas. So tell me this, those of y'all that are in here right now, if there's anything we're not doing, what would y'all like to see? What would you like to see us do just to do different things? Or what would you like to see us do? I'm looking at things to give away. Uh, we've given away a complete leak detection system before, which is actually pretty cool and may do something like that again. So, let me know what y'all'd like to see. We just want to do it. Jack's Plumbing Video says in the 1980s, a company called GSR would put chalk in the mixture to make PVC fittings white. You did a video where you tunneled under a house, all broken GSR fittings. Okay, well, number one, I don't know what GSR is. I'm gonna have to check on that, but that is sad. So, Jack, I'm gonna actually take a picture of that because that is something that I want to check out. This is my memory. God, I wish I had, well, no, I don't. I started to say I wish I'd had a camera when I was a kid, but that would have got me in trouble because, yeah, thank God there were no cameras around when I was a kid. Tony the Reese's dude says it's nice. Thank you very much. Let's go. Here we go. Jeremy Vest, number one, a great YouTuber. Love this guy. Let's go. Building a bathroom from scratch. That could actually be fun. And we're actually looking at there, where my office is, there's a bunch of open spaces there. And what I'm looking at doing is getting in one of them and see if they'll let me like lay out a bathroom, lay out a house, and then go ahead and plumb the whole building. Build a house inside of a storage room. So we'd level it up, jack it up, put anchors in, stands, things like that. So anyway, looking forward to it. Oh, yeah, says I like it. If I become a journeyman in Florida and I want to move to Texas at some point, do I just have to take the exam or redo my apprenticeship? Number one, and Jordan, this is a great answer. So I like this. If you want to become a plumber in Texas and you live somewhere else and look, I'm not gonna move today. It's gonna be 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. Get as many hours as you can right now. Number one, all your hours will transfer. But the good thing about it is if you get your plumbing license in Florida, now Texas reciprocates with some states, or they'll give you credit for a lot of things. Sometimes you may just have to come in and take a test. What you can also do is, Jack, if or Jordan, if you have a plumbing license in Florida and you want to come to work for in Texas, you call me. Like, say, hey, Roger, I want to come work for you. You call me. I can get you a temporary license for 6 months, so you can come in, start working. You're a plumber. You get that temporary license, but you've got 6 months to prep for your exam just to find out what we do different here than you did in Florida. And I tell you what, it works pretty cool. So I like that. Kenson Prescott, how are you doing? I'm going to do something over here if I can. I don't know if I can find him here. No, it may have been too long ago. Man, I was going to try to make somebody a mod. Now I can't even find him. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, because I jumped from there to the live chat. So I may have missed it. Oh, well. If I see him in here again, I will hit it up. Go to the bottom right there. So, Jack's Plumbing. Oh, yeah, I want to check on that. That's a big deal. All right. So, Kenson's there. And I see we just had a super chat come in. So, I want to go ahead and jump down to that. Number one, Chasing Our Future. Thank you very much. Says, "Hey, Mr. Roger, I live in Houston, Texas. Man, go Stros. Uh, well, they gotta get serious. We gotta win some games. Uh, Looking for a career change and interested in becoming a residential plumber. What steps do I take? Can I even apply with no experience?" And number one, again, look, guys, good question here. Yes, you can apply. Uh, First of all, you need to find out what kind of plumber you want to be. And I've got a free mini course here on my YouTube channel where go up to the top, it'll tell you about it. And actually, it's probably down in the link below. There's probably a link in the comments. What I would tell you is what you need to do is first of all, figure out what kind of plumber you want to be. Do you want to do residential or commercial? Do you want to do service or new construction? Do you want to be union or non-union? And these are all different things that in that video I talk about it, and it's free. Go check it out. But what I'll tell you is find out what kind of person you want to be, what kind of plumber you want to be, even what kind of tradesman. If you got in here and said, "Look, I don't know what trade I want to be in," I'll tell you, first thing you need to do is go check, figure out what kind of trade. But you can go to work open shop. You can try to apply for a union, depending on what kind of plumber you want to be. And once you figure out that, man, it is fantastic. So, yes, you can. Down in Houston, you've got Local 68. If you're wanting to do big commercial jobs, I love their training program. Uh, know some wonderful people down there. If you are wanting to do residential service, you might look at who is it down there that's advertising all the time that they're looking for residential service work. Meaning, hey, if your plumbing stopped up, call us. Because the people that are advertising on TV are probably a bigger company spending a lot of money. I know down in Houston, I think you've got Abacus. Uh, and I know there's some other ones down there, but that's what I would do. Check out a company like that because they're going to have a good training program. And I think it'll be really, really good for you. Ethan King says rigid inspection camera, Sea Snake, or the new Milwaukee. I tell you what, Ethan, number one, you're not going to go wrong with any of those. Uh, Either one of them. I got to tell you, I'm trying to talk to Milwaukee about theirs because I had them come out and do a product knowledge demonstration. Man, I love that new camera they've got. I think it is amazing. Uh, any of y'all know anybody over at Milwaukee? Reach out to them, say, "Hey, y'all need to have Roger make a video on that." I'm telling you, I think that new camera is cool. It does a lot of neat things. So I really want to get in here so I can play with it, kick the tires on it, run around. But I've also got a video series that I'm wanting to do. That would be amazing for me. I want to connect with Milwaukee, Cherney, the test balls and hoses, stuff like that. There was one more. Cherney, Milwaukee. I don't know. One more. Those are the two big ones though. Potential college student, take note. Learn a trade and be successful for life. James, brother, you nailed it right there. That is a good one, sir. And you are right. Ethan King, we are doing right. Cyberd, hello. Jenner, what's up? LNS Productions. I'm Mr. Roger, really interested in plumbing. Can you recommend any type of company or trade school here around Dallas? I would appreciate any guidance. Yeah, absolutely. First of all, if you're wanting to go to trade school, you can look at CEF, the Construction Education Foundation. You might contact PHCC, ask them what companies they have in Dallas that are members because they can help get you a discount there and get you in there. The union down here is Local 100. Depending on what kind of plumber you want to be, I don't know that I'd recommend them or not. They are strictly commercial. Their service, but they don't teach good service. So, uh, man, tough one to tell you there. Or look around, go to work at some of the biggest mechanical contractors that possibly offer plumbing training. We hire apprentices all the time, bring them in, put them with the journeyman, let them learn from them. We do some teaching here, different things. So, and the opportunity is always there. Daniel Rick says, awesome. Good to see that. Live streaming in Africa, Uganda. There you go. Much love, teacher from this side. Remain Saxon, McCure University. Number one, thank you for jumping in. Man, tell me, Nuagia Saxon Senior. What time is it where you're at? Just curious because it is 4:15 in the afternoon here, which is really neat. This time tomorrow evening, 4:30, I'm gonna be jumping in on Tiger Shark's Facebook page and doing a live stream with them. So if you're not familiar with it, join Tiger Shark's Facebook page. We're going to be live with them about 15 minutes from now tomorrow evening, and they're in Australia. So really looking forward to that because it'll be 7:30 in the morning over there. Aztec, and this is another good question because I learned plumbing from plumbers. I just literally went to work for a plumbing company, and and I didn't just go to work for a company. I had one of my best friends. His older brothers were plumbers. He had told me about them. I talked to one of them, got a job, and I ended up with working with all four of them. Really great plumbers though. Helped me learn a lot. Cybird says, "How often do you stream?" Cybird, we stream live on YouTube every Monday from 3 to 4:30. We live stream every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock on LinkedIn. So, man, we have a lot of fun. We go live often. Guys, and those of y'all asking how often we stream, if you will subscribe and ring the bell, if you haven't done it yet, subscribe and ring the bell. What that will do, you'll get notified every time we go live, and it will help you out. So Rio says, going to fill out my application to my local union. How long do you think it'll take to hear back? It's going to be different all across the country. Everybody who's in here right now, do me a favor, put in here where you're located and what you do. If you're a plumber, if you're an electrician, whatever it is, and maybe you're not even in the trades, but put it down in here. Say, I'm in Philadelphia and I'm a wastewater treatment center operator, whatever it is. Love to hear what y'all are doing. Another good channel right here, Architectural Sheet Metal in the house. Good to see you. And yes, I've been told I am the Mr. Miyagi of plumbing. Ethan says work is slow right now where I'm at in Canada. Is it possible for me to get a work visa or something to get down to Texas? Love to learn more, get more experience in the trades as a second year. You know, man, I know nothing about the international work visas or anything like that. What part of Canada are you in? The reason I ask is I know that there's a lot. I have friends that are iron workers up there, and man, this lady speaks across the country, and she literally can't even get out and go to the grocery store sometimes. It's nuts. Sean 8806 says actually went to Home Depot yesterday to the plumbing department to make a piece they don't make anymore. Uh since I have a Whirlpool washer from 63. Wow. Man, is that something you can get made or anything like that? Okay, so here we go. Cleat piping to see how water acts inside pump. Clear piping. I've got that. Matter of fact, if y'all will check out the video, I think we released it Friday, was Cottonelle. Check it out because I did some clear piping. I actually built a training toilet on a stand, clear piped everything so you could see what it does when it flushes. Man, I got to tell you, it was really pretty cool architectural. You'll like that. Acts of random kindness. What would you show? What would you recommend for freshening up garbage disposal stink in the drain? You might take a dishwasher, the cleaning gel tablet thing they've got, put it in your garbage disposal, run hot water, and then turn it on. I think that would help clean it up a lot. There's a lot of different things you can do. That one works good. One that we used to recommend was the Crystal Light lemonade mix, the powder. Pour it in there and turn it on. Good stuff. Mr. Brad Brooks, hello from Knoxville, Tennessee. Make sure it was Knoxville. It just jumped on me. Yep, Knoxville. Blackjack M45, wondering why the training in the union is so sporadic. My knowledge is shaky when it comes to doing things myself. Blackjack, I'm going to answer this because this is really a big one to me. I remember when I first got in the union, I was on a big construction site, and it was so big that they had break areas built inside the building, tarped off walls. I mean, it was nice. Even in wintertime, they had heaters to warm it up. And I'm sitting next to a plumber one day, and he's talking, and he said, "I got to go home today and meet the plumber." And I kind of looked at him funny. I said, "What do you mean?" Hmm. Jose Galvin, I have to check that out. I see yours over on the live stream. Uh, so he literally said he had to go home and meet the plumber, and I said, "Well, wow, what do you mean?" He said, "Well, he's coming over to rebuild my toilet. It's running." And I said, "Don't you know how to do that?" And he said, "No, they don't teach us how to do that." And I'm like, "So what do they teach you?" And literally, all he said was, "They teach us how to build big buildings." And it blew my mind that this guy in the union had been a plumber in the union for a while, did not know how to rebuild a toilet. So you're right. The training can be very sporadic. I've tried talking to the union about sponsoring me and letting me work with them and do things. Not even interested. Aztec, I answered that one a while ago. A real good friend of mine got me into it, and I'm so grateful he did. Uh, so I gotta tell you, people may not always want my advice or my experience or my opinion, but I do give it freely. Jack's Plumbing saw a Genova PVC P trap from '76. Yeah, PVC lasts longer than cast iron. I'll agree with you there. How do you defend yourself against asbestos? You don't let it become pliable. You don't let it become or friable. You don't let it become airborne. Keep it wet if you do have to cut it. Try to cut it in a way that won't get it airborne. About the only thing that plumbers have to deal with is some insulation or some old water heater vent pipe. So we're really lucky. And when it comes to just that little bit, we can normally do what we need to do with it. Ethan, you are more than welcome. I really love that new Milwaukee just blew me away. So I'm very interested in that. Parker P says, Dad wanted to ask you this. Did you ever call the cops on a customer? I haven't. I've had some that I should have. Uh, I've had customers that, wait till you do things and then refuse to pay. They normally don't do it with me because when I'm out there, I take it kind of serious. And I'm not afraid to call them. But normally, once I tell them I'm calling the police or tell them that I hadn't left yet, so I'm going to remove my whatever it is I installed, they don't like me then. Russell Wirtha says, Roger, would you consider creating a series for the do-it-yourself types living with septic tank systems in isolated or semi-isolated northern communities? Russell, I don't deal with a lot of septic tanks down here. I know they're around town, but uh we've got to do a lot of work on septic systems before we can actually get that special license. That is one of the few things down here we don't do, and that license is not even through the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. I believe it's through the Railroad Commission or TCEQ, one of those two. So, man, it's kind of crazy. Mr. Gary Tencher says, unfortunately, may not be able to join you for the entire show. I am doing very well. Been running schedule 80 CPVC water main today. I did a lot of that when I was out at Texas Instruments. Loved it. Quentin Cross, can you make a video plumbing license from state to state? Quentin, this is another one I'm gonna take a picture of because this is one that I was asked about earlier. Uh, it's something that I need to do, and I love the fact that people think that I look good in blue. I get all kinds of messages. Uh, and let me see that right there. The cool thing about it is, uh, we actually just talked about this one earlier. What is it step by step you have to do in Texas? And then, of course, I could reach out to other people. I looked over here a while ago. I see Sean Strong's in here. He could tell me what they have to do in Nebraska. So that would be a good series to do. What do you have to do in each state to get your license? That's one we're definitely working on. Eric Saldana says, just got a new helper today. I love it. Look, anytime we have people get into the trades, I get excited about it. I think it is wonderful. Man, here's another good one. Mixes Services said, should sewer CCTV inspections be a necessary home inspection? Absolutely. But even better than that, I think more than just a camera, I think a sewer water test. A lot of people call it a hydrostatic. If you go look at Wikipedia, it's really not. When you use the word hydrostatic, people think that you are literally applying pressure to the plumbing system, the sewer, and the water, and you're not. So anyway, if y'all hadn't seen the videos I've done on my channel about just sewer water test, and I say, look, it's not a hydrostatic, different things, man, please check it out and let me know what you think. Parker P says, watching Roger and cooking potatoes. What's better? Well, man, it depends on how you're cooking them. Because when I make potatoes, I skin them, I chop them up, quarter them up, cube them up. I boil them with chopped up fresh jalapeno. And then I go ahead and add butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon. Man, I make them amazing. So those are my favorites. Ethan, I've never used the Nipex. Uh, they're not real popular around here, and that's probably the only reason. I've heard nothing but good things about them. I would definitely like to check it out and see. Uh, Parker P, have a suggestion. You should redo a video that tells all about the latest upcoming plumbing tools. And that's pretty neat. I'm wanting to do one. There's Ethan again. I'm wanting to do one about pipelining, the cure in place CIPP cure in place plastic. Man, I want to find out what people think is the very best system and make it work. There you go. There's the subreddit. And I know Sean Strong's in here. Man, I hadn't got caught up over here, so I'm running behind. Uh yeah, the subreddit is open, guys. If you are not, and I'm gonna call it members, if you're not signed up over there, look, it's free. Go over there and sign up, especially if you're in the trades. And the reason I ask y'all to do that, man, you can post pictures, you can post videos, and number one, when Sean sees it or I see it, we pull those to make YouTube videos. And man, I've had people say, look, don't mention my name, do this, do this, do this, but it is great. Eric Saldana says, a tradesman in Odessa, Texas. I love that. Bosworth owns us, so City Plumbing, good deal. Crows 25 cleaner. I'm assuming you mean a drain cleaner, or that is what you're referring to. I love that. Close to second year apprentice plumbing and heating from Montreal. Northern Bay storm and trenchless system. I like that. See, man, tell me what trenchless system you use because I'm really interested in doing this. Philip Gardner is a Florida handyman. And Philip, this is great because I literally made a video today how to go from handyman to trade professional in 3 easy steps. And you may say, look, I've been a handyman forever. I don't want to. And it's nothing like that. But there's a lot of people that are handymen for years and they get, to where they specialize in plumbing or refrigeration units or something like that. And then all of a sudden they're like, man, I wish I'd have gotten plumbing. So anyway, that's what this video we shot today is about. JV says, plumber's apprentice here. Good to have you in here. Cerrio's in St. Louis, Missouri, automotive technician, wanting to get into the trade and only work on cars as a hobby. See, that would be fun because then it's not a job. It's a hobby. It's something you can do on your time, something you can enjoy. And then as you move up in the trades, and I used to know a guy that did security. He had a real job, and I think he was in the trades, but he had a security job where he would work, 2 or 3 nights a week doing concert security. So it would be shows that he really wanted to see. He used that money to pay off his credit cards and he rebuilt Camaros. So he had 2 credit cards that he had a, $500,000, $2,000 limit on. he would use those credit cards to buy whatever parts he needed to fix them up, and then he would pay it off with his security money. And he's like, "Look, I do this to support my habit," which was really a hobby, but it's pretty cool. Anthony Montana says, "In Southern California, not in the trades, but bought my first home early in the year and want to learn about plumbing." Anthony, good for you because I have a lot of plumbers get upset. And if you're in here and a plumber, do me a favor and let me know. Does it upset you that I teach people to fix their plumbing for free? I don't think it should upset anybody because I mean here in Texas, you're legally allowed to do that anyway. So if you're a plumber and it upsets you that I teach people plumbing, man, let me know. Matt McDonough is Las Vegas. I love that. Commercial refrigeration technician. Man, commercial refrigeration people make bank. That is pretty cool. Cesar Medina says, "Can you name good pipe locators?" Cesar, are you talking copper or are you talking sewer? Because I would go two different ways. We've got a Pulsar 2000, I believe, that we use for locating copper. The new Milwaukee Snake camera, you can trace the entire line. So once you put it in, you can literally walk through the house and tell right where it is. I think that is greatness. JV says, "Dear Roger, plumber's apprentice here. Have you noticed a shortage or change in plumbing supply?" Yes, I have. And man, a lot of shortage in the PVC, the silica that they use to make the plastic. It got messed up in Texas during the freeze. 3 out of the 4 plants that manufactured it shut down. That's been a problem. Now with metal coming over from China, we're having a hard time getting that in. There's boats out there. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm not a very political person, but man, what we got going on right now is freaking crazy. Somebody ought to step up and fix it. Joe T says Oklahoma HVAC tech student. I love it. Were you a student at? I know up there that they've got the trade school. God, can't think of the name of it. Ethan King says works in Montreal, Canada. Oh, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and live just outside of the island of Montreal. And that is cool. Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And it jumped on me, so I'm running back up here. And Sean Strong, brother, I see you in here. How you doing? Okay, so there's Ethan. So here's where I'm at. Russell says Canada multi-tradesman, auto industry, 404C painter, decorator, brushcraft, survival instructor, coach, and now a new dad. You know what? Those all sound great, but congrats on being the new dad. That's neat. Jack's Plumbing and Videos, they only make clear pressure fittings. I didn't even order clear fittings for my DWV, didn't even try. I have seen the clear pressure for chlorine or silane or something like that. I got to tell you that, man, just having the clear pipe made it great. Y'all check out that Cottonelle video we did last Friday and tell me what y'all think. I loved it. And if you're a plumber, Sean, you're in here. I know I'm gonna get on my soapbox. I love this video because that is what we recommend to people. If we walk in and see they got baby wipes will not dissolve, but the Cottonelle flushable wipes will. Stephen Edens, Alabama, construction laborer. Man, I tell you what, it takes us all. Laborers are fantastic. I mean, man, they make things happen on the job. So I love that. Sean Strong says, "Hey, sorry I'm late. I was at the bar. They had a urinal plugged up." You know, it's sad, Sean, that you go by those topless bars and plug up the urinals and then get called back to work at them. But it works, whatever you do. Whatever you, and I'm joking about that. I'm sorry I was late too, Sean, but I got here as soon as I wanted to. Thank you very much. Chimpanzee says my comment was too long, so hi from Portugal. Thanks for the very entertaining and educating videos. Thank you. Yeah, Jose, I need to check this out. This is 18 hours ago. I commented on one of your replies. Looks like somebody hacked your YouTube account. And I changed my password recently, I think. I may need to go do it again. Uh, I'm gonna say Kung Mo, KVNG Mo. Can you become rich as being a plumber? Yeah, you can. Number one, if you get in it and try to become the very best and then try to open your own company and do things, yeah, you absolutely can. Who else is on the subreddit? There's the link to it right there. If you're not on the subreddit, you really should be. We got some cool stuff over there. That is for sure. And yep, there's the link. Parker P says, "Hey Sean." Practical says, "My heating knobs from the radiator won't turn." Man, I tell you what, when it comes to radiators, I'm in Texas, and I hate to tell you all this, I don't deal with a lot of those. Uh, Man, I would take a picture of that practical, put it in our subreddit, Roger Wakefield post. The link was up there. It will be now. Uh, I would go over to this subreddit, join, put the picture or video it, trying to turn it, talk, whatever you want to do, and put it in there and just let us see what it does. Just because I'm not big on furnaces, some other people may be, or your radiator. So check it out. And yeah, Sean, there's the link. And there it is from Sean. What's up, Sean? Sean 8806 has ever had to do plumbing repairs inside an RV or camper before? I haven't. I've had people try to ask us to come out to motorhomes. Man, normally we're so busy and they're so far out. Normally we don't, but it works. So the new Trap Pro virtually eliminates drain cleaners. I have to check that one out too. So yeah, I'm always anytime I get comments in here about new stuff, man, I always want to check it out. Uh, are you strong as a Hulk? Come on. Oh my gosh, it's getting deep in here, guys. I hope you got your muck boots on. Plumber Stacker's in the house. How we doing? Roger Rabbit. That's not me, man. If I was, I'd be hanging out with Jessica. Glad I made another live. Plumber Stacker, me too. Good to see you in here. Robert Davenport says, check it out, and I will. Miss Leanda Frank says, I was a night shift dispatcher for many years in Charlotte area for plumbing and HVAC. Is there a union or organization for your supporting staff? And hi there. Hello, Leanne. No, there's really not. Uh, and there may be, when you get up north and stuff like that, I'm sure that there's a union for office workers and whatnot. I don't think so in Charlotte. I know there's not here in Dallas, but it is definitely good to see you in here. That's one of my ex-girlfriends. We went to different schools in the same town. Good to see you in here. Uh Sean says I've been in a couple of homes that if they have kids, I've call the cops. Man, I understand that one. Plumber Stacker says looking for a pool heater. If you have any recommendations, needs to be electric. I've never God, I don't even know down here. I'm sure I've seen an electric one. All the ones that I've ever seen down here though are gas, at least most of them. Man, the I don't even know of an electric brand. If there's anybody in here that does work on pools, please put the message in here. Stop motion says I need help. My hot water stopped working in the winter and it gets cold here. I did turn off the hot water too. Well, if you turned it off, I'd say, have you tried turning it back on? Have you tried relighting the pilot? Or if it's electric, have you tested it to see if the breaker's on or if you're getting power all the way to your water heater? Blackjack M45, where are you wanting to transfer to? Uh, I don't know how I can access it, but I put a link to all. Maybe it was in here. Yeah, Google or look at my YouTube channel. I've got a video that I did on the plumbing locations for the unions, and there's a link in there. There you go. See, that's why it's great to put good questions in here. And stop motion says it's gas. I need to check that pilot light and go through the entire turn off and relighting procedure. You may have to loosen up the hose to blow out any air, which really, if you didn't disconnect it, there shouldn't be any in there. How often do you replace toilets? I know this is a highly dependent question. Uh, I don't normally replace them until they stop working or I crack it or it's just ugly, whatever it is. I normally they last forever. All right. Nuajira from Uganda. You're more than welcome. Look, I love what I get to do. So thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Ethan King says, how much do you charge for a camera inspection? I think it starts at 369. Uh, but we've also got a service fee on top of that. So, and it's going to be different all around the world. Curious for comparison reasons, price for sending the camera down the main waist and then going into the French drain. French drains are different. We normally try not to run cameras in there. I guess we could. We normally hydrojet those out. Stop motion says pipes freeze every year. Got one here starts at 350, so we're not far apart. Robert Davenport. I know I'm going to. And tell me it's in the product you're just trying to sell on here or something. Yeah, just man, Sean's talking to you. Yeah, and I like the heat tape idea. Ethan, you're good, man. Plum stackers, we've been looking into using hammerheads set up for relining. Yeah, I'm not even familiar with hammerhead. Ice blew the stops open. Yeah, heat tape will keep them warm. That is good stuff. For drains, if it's like a basket strainer, garbage disposal, stuff like that, keys, I always use putty. Do any of y'all use, yeah, we got putty here. Do any of y'all use silicone? Man, I was always taught with putty, and that's what I've always used. And that really, and we got another putty here. Stop motion, that's going to be up to you as to what you can do. I don't know your skill level. Can you solder? What do you need to do? Uh, yeah, put it back together. Yeah, put pictures on subreddit. People can probably talk you through it. Got Cowboy Johnny Garcia in here. Good to see you. Chick-fil-A. Talk about customer service. Stop motion, if the pipe's in the wall, you're going to have to get to it somehow, some way. Putty. Grout or caulk the base of the floor. I normally caulk them around here, but man, I've had plumbers that would mix grout, set the toilet on it, and wipe that away, and man, it looked amazing. John V33 started your freshman year trade school. You have any advice for me? Yeah, always try to be the very best. And man, that is the smartest thing I can tell you. Listen to the instructors, do what they say to do, and understand that they're mentors. You can learn from them. I'm actually speaking tomorrow morning at a local high school that has the P-Tech program going, where they're helping train these kids to get ready for a degree in construction. And I think it's phenomenal. Okay, number one, you're welcome. Stop motion. Chat. Look, Sean Strong is going to give you great advice. Chad Stevens says, I'm a plumber, have been for 25 years in Atlanta. Welcome. And a service plumber at that. Plumber stacker, either leave that baby free. Well, I think you may need putty or caulk, no matter what you're doing. Oh, and you're talking on the toilet. Yeah, Sean, here it's code. If a plumbing inspector sees you set a toilet and don't caulk it, they'll give you a red tag. I think that's crazy. Plumber Stacker says, I like that you do it, Roger. Always down for teaching. Me too. Man, I'm lucky. Some great plumbers taught me and they spent their time doing it. So I love the fact that I can give back just a little bit. Stop motion says, where's Roger getting the comments from? Well, I'm a little behind because I'm using StreamYard and just there's so many people in here that y'all are getting quite a bit ahead of me. And actually, man, I'm really about to catch up. I said I was. Man, every time I think I'm catching up, I look down, I'm further behind. Yes. Yeah. Told you keep learning, be the best. I love Milwaukee. Me too. Man, they got great products. Palm Coast Plumber, shout out from Palm Coast, old tradesman. Old tradesman like you, keep up the good work. Palm Coast, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Guys, if you hadn't done it yet, please subscribe and ring the bell. And I'm going to tell you out here why this is such a big deal. If YouTube thinks we're doing good, that helps us. Subscribers help us. It lets them know, look, people do watch, people do like it. When you comment, when you share the video, and that's what I always say, look, if I'm doing something you think is good for people, share it with them. You can go down the bottom and click share. I think that you can copy a link so you can share it to any social media platform. It just lets you click real easy to share it to Twitter, Reddit, WhatsApp, Facebook, email. Yeah, Sean, I got a question. Do you share this to the subreddit group? And I've never thought about it. I just did, and it's like, okay. Then it lets you share all kinds of other places. Pinterest and other places, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Blogger, Goo, Mix. Some of these I don't even know about. So you can do that, or you can just copy the link, email it, text it, do a lot of things with it. Here's why this is so important. So again, Palm Coast Plumber, thank you. This is how you share it with other people. There's a lot of people out there who've never heard of us. And to do stuff like that lets YouTube know, hey, Roger's putting out good information. People like it. People are coming to it. This, that, and whatnot. So I really do appreciate that, y'all. Chad says we're having issues here in Atlanta. Even getting water heaters has been a problem. Well, the price of water heaters has gone up so much. I'm going to say about 50% since the beginning of the year. Plastic's probably gone up that or more. So yeah, it can be tough. Yeah. Our galvanized pipe just went up 4 times. John says, hey, Roger, just started my freshman year. Okay, we've talked about that one a few times. And that one. You know, hey, it's normally not the place. Plumber Stacker says Palm Coast Plumber in Florida, Tampa Bay. See? And you can get in here and build a network and have referrals and friends. It is so cool, guys. Stop motion. Do you have a tip on how to become an auto mechanic? Yeah, that's really a trade too. It's not a construction trade, but it's a trade. The mechanic that works on all of our things literally says they're looking for people just like we are. Find a big shop near you, one that has a great reputation. Check out their Google My Business, check out their reviews, find one that you think does things good and go apply for a job. It's the best way to do it. Says, hey, Mr. Wakefield, you need to do some more funny prank call videos. I almost lost a possible sponsorship for that. But we're working on it. Mr. V, just want to say thank you for all you do, plumbing instructor in Queens, New York. And every time you show an example of plumbing, put your YouTube videos, future plumbers in the works. I love that. Number one, Mr. V, thank you for being here. Okay, plumbing instructor in Queens. Are you union or non-union? I went up to Piscataway in 17, I think. Drove to Boston, drove to Jersey, to Piscataway. Had so much fun. It's beautiful up there. And went to Queens, went to the Bronx. And yes, I drove around. Chad Steven, LOL, what's up, bro? Good to have you in here. Carson Yeager, just want to say thanks for the videos. Flush my tankless water heater this weekend. Thank you, man. It works. Brian O'Donnell got another one here from New York. Mr. V says you're a legend with these guys out here. Uh, Mr. V, look, here's my thing is I love what I do. That's what's neat about getting invited to go to speak at the high school tomorrow. This is a high school in the city I grew up in. These are people that want to get into the trades. So me, this is just an amazing opportunity. And about 2 weeks ago, on the 13th, a little over 2 weeks ago, I got to go to the University of Texas and speak to an advertising marketing group on how to work with influencers. And I've got to tell you, that might be a bucket list thing for me. I would have never in my life imagined speaking at UT, but man, that was like a dream come true. So it really was. It was neat. If your toilet doesn't flush or do anything, you need to figure out if it's got water to it. Great place to start. Uh, there's a link to the subreddit again, or there it is if y'all want to check it out. Man, urinal gets clogged in so many different ways. Literally, all the calcium buildup from urine, it can get clogged down in the trap. It can get clogged in the wall, and you better have a special auger too, because that big one, it don't always work. Have I heard of plumbing hacks? Yes, I have. Uh, yeah, that they've actually done some good things. I don't know that I like the name, and I don't mean that bad towards them, but if I'm a corporate sponsor looking at that, I would think, I don't want hacks. I want professionals. But look, man, I've talked to some of those guys. I think they're doing great things for the plumbing community. And I already did. Thank you, Sean. Look here, Mr. Steve Arloa is in the house. Aloha. Sorry, I've been away over a month. Good news is that it was work related. Hey, being busy these days is an amazing thing. Uh, would Let's Go Roger be more appropriate? No, that's pretty funny. Uh, yeah, the urine calcifies. It's horrible, and it's the nastiest smell. Sean, how do you clean them out? Are you able to get it with just an auger, or do you use CLR, anything like that? The fixed increased water supply? No, not necessarily. Uh, yeah, I'd approve anything. Shh, I know, man. It's been a while. It's nice to have everybody in here, man. We got some good people in here we hadn't seen in a while. Profi Install says, I like this. Hello from Europe. Good to have you in here. What part of Europe? Tuber Tires, I know. Pop down and listen. Pop down and listen up. Here we go. Amber is amazing. Shout out from the plumbers here in Long Beach. Jose Martinez, good to see you in here. Thank you very much. Ethan King, have you ever had to deal with racist clients? You know what's funny is I haven't, but I hired a plumber that had. He had gone into a house, worked for some people, and they were using racial slurs. And he decided, look, I'm not going to work here and deal with that. Left, went back to the office. He got fired when he got there. I thought, man, my attorney would love that. So anyway, stop motion. I'd say put as many pictures as you can. Well, not as many as you can because I know you can put them all. Put some pictures over on the subreddit deal so people can get a look at it and see what they can do to help. Man, we're all overwhelmed sometimes, but it's a good place to be sometimes. I just changed my buddy's tub to a shower. Use the advice you give him one of your videos. Man, I just shot that video just the other day, almost the exact same thing. So Daniel Sala, I appreciate that. I hope that's the one you saw where we pulled the tub out and put the drain in there. Worked great. I hope you increased your santee to run 2 inch over to it. Farmer Stacker says, I have before Ethan, my helper is getting it from the owner. Overheard it and packed up. There you go. Yeah. And look, guys, here's the deal. And I tell my plumbers, they have permission to fire any customer we have. Don't get me wrong, we can't do it all the time just because, we want to. But what we've got to do is our customers are our lifeblood. We need to appreciate and thank every one of them for giving us the opportunity to do what we do. Because I mean, think about it here. I'm in the North Dallas area. There's probably 200 plumbing companies around here, and that's probably on the low end. When we get calls, we're grateful. We're thankful for it. What we need to do is we need to make sure we're doing everything that we can to make them happy. But we don't have to put up with stuff like that. So you're right. When it's time to leave, it's time to leave. Gio Lou says, "Hey, Roger, can you please make a shout out to Line Plumbing in Miami?" Well, Gio Luz, you already did. Congratulations. Uh, I love that. Says the whole company follows me. Thank you very much. And that's one thing too. If y'all do y'all have a plumbing company you work at, put in here what your plumbing company is and what city it's in. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm probably not going to be able to shout out every one of them, but the cool thing about it is that y'all may know somebody in that area that is looking for a job, and that company may be looking for help. So put what city you're in and what company you work for. Gio Lopez Luez, thank you very much. A couple of clogged sinks, urinal stank. Man, they do. I'll tell you what, when you get in there, it can be nasty. Miss the job that treated you like family. I tell you what, sometimes when we leave and say the grass is greener, it's not always greener, but we think it is. Uh, and being treated like family is a big deal. Forrest fam, how are you? Good to see you. Amber is living the dream. Matter of fact, she is the dream. She gets to make it up and say, here's what we're going to do. It works great. Yeah. Grease traps are a close second. Man, I've opened up grease traps that, man, I'd toss my lunch as soon as the lid came off. Uh, man, probably not. I wonder if filtered water, a water filtration system would probably help because you're going to block out a lot of the, well, you're going to block out the chlorine. Maybe an anti-scale device. Boy, good questions today. Loves it. Ethan King says the plumber stacker had to deal with that a couple of times. Unfortunately, a couple of coworkers actually had to either wait outside or in the truck. Good to you for packing up. Amen. Guys, and I mean, you can ask Amber about it. Our plumbers and Julia and I talked about this when we started the company. We've had plumbers come in and say, hey, look, this is a customer we don't want to work for. So, well, then pick up and leave. And the customer is either trying to get them to take shortcuts, cheat, do something. It's like, yeah, not going to happen. I think you're talking about the Ream, and I got to tell you, look, Ream water heaters, they're not bad at all. They work. Robert Allen, thank you very much. Robert Davenport, I've heard enough about the Aditrap Pro. I'll check it out. But if all you're trying to do in here is sell it, please stop. Please, yeah. Joe T, it helps turn them up to as much as the drain can handle. And look, the additional water flow helps, but still that calcium that buildup in there, it's pretty bad. Plumber Stacker says Ethernet sad, but yeah, a lot of people are still like that. Owner, so I don't tolerate it, but I know other owners that do what you're talking about. Yeah, and man, anytime you empower your plumbers to say, look, you have permission to leave, you have permission to fire a customer, they're the ones that are dealing with it. So they see and really hear what's going on. So man, we try to help. Yeah. Yeah. I think if I were replacing pops on a wall, but then again, look, if I can cut the walls open and look at it, I may say, hey, I think I can do that. Once your septic tank, the bottom of it gets full, yeah, you need to pump out the solids that separate out. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Does it make sense to become a plumber at late age, say 40? Practical. I've actually had plumbing apprentices in my class whenever I was an instructor that were 55 years old. So there's anything you want to do, you can. Sean says 3 to 5 years. Acts of random kindness. Welcome back in. Be possible to know how often to replace him. In acts of random kindness, that one's kind of tough, and people ask me that a lot because it depends on how you treat your tools, how often you use them, and how good of a quality tool you buy. I've got some channel locks I've had for 20 years. I've got some that broke in the first month or two. But then again, you look at an apprentice, you see him grabbing on a nut and hitting your channel locks with a hammer. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Steve says, friend who started at age 52. Yes, indeed. Drain Medic sharing is caring. I love it. Yeah, and look, you never know when you're going to share these videos with somebody that is like, oh my God, I never thought about being a plumber till I saw that. And I have people send me messages all the time saying, look, I love what you're doing. Uh, they'll send me pictures. It'll be like, here's my business card. I saw your video 3 years ago. I got into the trades and I love what I do. So it really is pretty cool. Sean says he's never shared a video. He has standards. I don't blame you. There's a lot of things I wouldn't do either, Sean. In fact, how do I delete you? I'll find it out. I'll find it later. Dustin Bailey Outdoor says there was someone pretending to be you and it gave out a phone number. Went to the channel and they had no subscribers. So I figured it was a scam, didn't text the number. Dustin, number one, thank you very much. Man, I got a little sun this weekend. Can you see that? Yeah. And guys, I'm gonna have to talk to my team and have them check on that. You're so funny. Acts of random kindness, you are more than welcome. I appreciate you being in here. Chimpanzee, learned about your channel through that great video with Dustin, electrician you. Now see plumbing with new eyes. Well, Chimpanzee, I hope you see electrical with new eyes too. Look, I love Dustin. He is great. Yeah, and Dustin's on TikTok. I see your message down there, Sean. Uh, Look, I'm having fun on TikTok. If y'all hadn't seen what we're doing, I mean, literally TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, subreddit is probably one of the coolest places we're at. But man, our TikTok's blown up. We're at like almost 400,000 subs or followers there. Uh, yeah, 395, 600. But the cool thing is, and this is what I love, we hit 7 million likes this morning. And for people to look at your TikTok videos and at least take a moment just to say, hey, I like that, that is pretty cool. Michael Brennan, thank you very much. I love what I do. And there we go. And Mikey Pipes, Pipe Doctor, Plumbing and Heating and Air, 404,000 subs, only 46 watching. We don't always have control over who all YouTube shares this with. And that came in at 450. So I'm about 14 minutes behind on comments. Mikey, here's what I'll tell you is right now I'm looking at it on one sheet, one page, I'm showing 55 or 59 watching. On another page, I'm showing 56. So I don't know. It's normally around 60. We've had it up to 200 or 300, depending on what we're doing. And we're working on some things to help us grow that. But thank you. I noticed that too. Here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, shark bite fittings are actually CSA approved, allowed to be installed in walls. What's your opinion on that, man? Sean, you there? What's your opinion on shark bite fittings? I just, Ethan, here's the thing. We fix a lot of leaks on shark bite fittings. So I normally don't recommend them. I will tell people in case of an emergency, it's something you can do, but then call a plumber to fix it. Watch a lot of the streams. Andy Smith, 20 years in the UK. Good for you. Stop motion. I love it. Deontay Richardson say Roger just finished 5th day as a first year plumber's apprentice in the union. Really enjoy it so far and definitely a lot to learn. Deontay, where are you at? Which local are you in? Is it plumber, pipe fitter? You said plumbers, but is it a combination or no? Plumber Stacker, buddy created it, helped out in the beginning. Plumbing hacks. Yeah, I got to tell you, it's man, I think it's good. I would really like to build a big Facebook group like that and do some things similar to this in it. I think it would be a great idea. Architectural Sheet Metals on his way to 1,200 subs. YouTube's helping us drive up the awareness of our trades, and it is pretty cool to grow a channel that serves our trade community. Brother, you're absolutely right. Guys, if you have not gone over and subscribed to Architectural Sheet Metal 101, do. It's good stuff. Calci Solve is great for urinals, but very toxic. Pull them for the wall. Today there was an exposed P-trap. I like that. Muriatic acid. I've thought about that one too. Robert Davenport. Thank you, sir. Good to have you in here. I would replace the wall gasket either way. Ethan King, if you just go in there once you join, you make a post and add a picture. It's not very hard to do. You can add a picture or a video, either one. There we go. Parker Pieces just submitted the video on your subreddit. Roger, hope you enjoy it. Maybe you can add a new tool to your arsenal. Said twice, double check. Yeah, I will go in and take a peek at it. Palm Coast Plumbers has started my channel with my daughter because of tradesmen like you and many others. Somebody's got to teach these youngsters. Amen. I love that. And that's right. It may allow you, may take a week or so. Stop Motion started a YouTube channel. Would like some advice. Did as well, stop motion, and want to share it with others. Stop motion, here's what I'd tell you. Anybody in here interested in growing on YouTube? Every Saturday morning, I get up and watch Nick Nimmin. And I think that I can share his channel if I can find this here. Let me see. Okay, so I copied it there. Now let me go over here and see if it'll let me just put it in. Nope. So let me do it this way. See, man, what I do for y'all. If you really want to grow a YouTube channel, oh, posted in the wrong spot. Because over here is live. Perfect. Yeah, there's a link down there. Stop motion. If you really want to learn how to grow a YouTube channel, he teaches you how to grow, how to edit, how to share, how to create the whole thing. Let's see. A Pray says, "I love you, Roger." Thank you. Sean does too. Be careful. You'll make him jealous. There we go. There should be a convention for trade channels specifically. No, because there's not enough. You'd be limiting it. I want to make well, it's a long story what I'm wanting to do, but no, I wouldn't do that. If you just make it for trade channels, I mean, figure if there's 1,000 and only and say even 10% show up, that's only 100 people. That's not a very big convention. Frank Vincent in Melton Plumbing of Cincinnati, Ohio. Good to have you in there. Jay the Drain Guy says, "Hey Roger, first time commenter. Thoughts on drain technicians not having a license? Here in Ontario, Canada, we don't need one, but I've been doing it for the past 15 years." Look, my only thing about people not having a license is if it's required. So, Jay, I'm telling you, if look, if Texas didn't require a plumbing license, I wouldn't have one. Why would I want to give people money to do what they're telling me I don't need to be licensed to do? But since the state requires it, and for insurance, for homeowners, for the safety of the health of the people of Texas, I think it's a good deal. But Jay, if they didn't require it, I wouldn't let them. Yep. What'd I tell you? See, Micah Pray, Micaiah Pray. Yeah, be careful. He's bad. He's tough. Nashua, New Hampshire. Good to have you in here, Drain Medic. LeBlanc Plumbing in Conowake. Sometimes the grass really is green, and you're right. Sometimes the grass is so green you should have left a long time ago. Yeah, look at Sean. Drain cleaning is not required a license there. In Texas, it is. You've got to be at least an apprentice with a plumbing company owned by a master plumber. You can either be unregistered or registered. Yeah, vinegar. I've heard that one too. Easy money, Rodney. I've heard that before. Putting in vinegar and letting it sit there, it'll soften up the calcium, almost like it does in a tankless water heater. Jumped on me again. Is there an anti-scale that can be added to the urinal? Yeah, vinegar's one, and even the toilet descale or water heater descale or tankless is probably a good thing. You just really don't want to put that in the water system, but OMB, thank you very much. That's why we do it. There you go. Stop motion. PEX A or copper. If I'm going to use a PEX, I prefer PEX A because the expansion contraction, it doesn't reduce the fittings. It's whatever spec. I think that when I go in and repair, if it's copper I'm repairing, I just put copper back. If it's not, if it's PEX, I'll repair it with PEX. It really doesn't matter to me. I think PEX A is the best way to go. PEX B, you use too many reduced size fittings and you create flow restrictions. I don't like that. Sean Strong says, Joe T, I don't know anything, and you wouldn't want to add anything into the water that you can't protect the rest of the system from. Yeah, you don't want chemicals getting into the drinking water. And guys, eventually, even if you put it down the drain, it does end up back in the drinking water. Devontae Barnes, what's the difference between a plumber and a pipe fitter? Plumbers are smart. No, I'm joking. It's funny because I had this conversation with my guys earlier today. Pipe fitters, which is why I became a certified HVAC technician. I was allowed to because with me being a commercial plumber superintendent for large mechanical contractors, I actually got to oversee a lot of big pipe fitting jobs. So I had plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, electricians, HVAC technicians, had a lot of people working with me. And the cool thing was, as much as I knew the systems, I went down, got my HVAC certification, had those big mechanical contractors sign off that I'd worked on HVAC for years. So it was really easy for me to get that, and I like that. But plumbers work on potable water, sewer water, natural gas here in Texas. Pipe fitters work on the big carbon steel pipe, heating water, chill water, condensing water, anything at all like that. Normally, anything that's got to be welded is pipe fitter and a welder. Anything that's got to be soldered is a plumber. Sean made a good point. I must have missed it. Nightmare 13, everyone is doing wonderful. PEX is the way to go. Yeah, Sean agrees, especially PEX A. All right, all right. Glad you're doing good. DeWalt's expander tool. Look, I love it. Oh wait, I have not seen the DeWalt expander tool. It's the Milwaukee, and I just looked over. I thought, wait a minute, that's red, not yellow. I haven't seen the DeWalt expander tool. Ethan King, Cowboys didn't look bad last night. I watched just a little bit of it. I tried to quit watching NFL football when they started kneeling for the national anthem. Uh, and I just really hadn't got back into it. I've enjoyed having my Sundays and my Monday nights and Thursday nights. I still watch college football though. Yeah, I'm not the only one. Didn't even know DeWalt had one. Similar design to Milwaukee. That's it. Yeah, if y'all like this, dude, give me a thumbs up. I'll just go down and hit the thumb. That's all you have to do. If you really like it, man, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. That way you'll know every time we're going live, and be sure to share it with somebody that you know that could help. There you go. Now it makes sense. Stop motion. Thank you. Hey, Suserna, HVAC for life. You know what? I want HVAC for my entire life. That's sure. David Montenay, what's the biggest mistake you see new homeowners make regards to their plumbing system? Probably not flushing their water heaters as often as they should. It really, I hate to say it, it doesn't take that long to do it. Either a tank top or tankless. But not flushing our water heaters, they can make them last so much longer. And Sean, you're right. Shark bite is a moneymaker for the people who's selling them and installing them and doing things wrong. And if you're a plumber, a licensed plumber, I don't even know why you would use shark bite. And I've had people tell me, well, there's places that you can't get into to solder. Well, we did it before shark bite. We'll figure it out. I've never seen anything I couldn't do. So anyway, not saying anything bad about them. I just don't prefer them. Mikey Pipe hacks makes us stacks. That's cute. Andy Allen says, "Hey Roger, love your channel. Been an apprentice for 2 months now in commercial service, and getting pretty intimidated by one thing: how to run your lines. What might be your advice?" Man, it depends on what lines you're talking about running. I thought you said commercial service. Yeah. If you're talking about running sewer lines or anything like that, cameras, you'll have to be a little more clear there. Ethan King, stop motion, no way. Absolutely. Yep. Undersizing pipes and not venting drains. Yeah, if you're talking about a new home plumber, yes. I'm sorry, Sean, I probably read that wrong. I thought he said new homeowners do. Look at that. Even the bot's telling people, if you like the video, just give it a thumbs up. Plumber Stacker says, David, would water treatment have your fixtures, visible pipes inspected once a year, every other year? Flush your water here. That's the thing that we're starting to get into is selling service agreements. And everything you get free, like you get a free drain cleaning, you get that visual inspection every year. It's really not a bad deal. Deontay says, in my state, it's separate. So plumbers, local 55. I've got some pins, and I've done one of my videos. I did a video about all the union pins. Deontay, it's actually pretty cool. But I think I remember a 55 from Cleveland. Yeah, water treatment will prolong the life of your water heater, no matter which you're talking tankless or a tank top. Uh, okay, Baron, no, I have not. Have you ever just smelt your hand in satisfaction after a hard day of work? I may look at them and see the calluses, but no, I can't say I've ever smelled it. Hey, Roger, thanks for all you do on your channel. Made me want to try out plumbing. Any plumbers in here from New York? Yeah, we've got a few of them in here. There we go. Plumber Stackers has just started a silver and gold stacker channel. Nick has been very helpful. I tell you what, Nick's amazing. There's other people out there too, and there's the link I put up a while ago. Those of y'all that are interested in getting into YouTube and learning how to do a channel, it is fantastic though. But man, Nick's like a brother. I love him to death, and his brother D is fabulous too. So if you're following Nick Nimmin, also subscribe to D Nimmin. D teaches you how to do everything on mobile, and there's another guy named Daniel Battelle. He teaches you a lot too, and man, these guys are just amazing at what they do. Art Birds and Peace says, hello, Mr. Wakefield. Hello, everyone. Just got here. Good to have you in here. And guys, we are probably getting close. I'm going to try to fly through these last questions. I think I'm down to about 10 minutes to go. So let's slow down on the questions, if you will. Yeah, Drain Medic, I'm telling you, the link that I put up a while ago, Nick Nimmin, the one right here, there's a lot of other people, and there's 2 books that are great. YouTube Secrets and YouTube Formula, and both of those can help you a lot. I would tell you to hire my coach, but he quit coaching, so I heard that's the thing, and everything's a thing. Okay, it just jumped, and I got a lot of comments to go through. So, guys, please slow down on the questions. I'm gonna go back to main camera and just start flying. Jivo Nitabara says, "Hey Roger, my plumbing company doesn't want to register me as an apprentice, and I mostly do digging and breaking concrete. It's something I have to do since I have no prior plumbing experience. Yeah, find a new company. If they're not going to let you register, you're just wasting your hours. You're not getting any credit at all. I've got a new editor doing really good. Same in Quebec. Says, yep, already read that one. Started posting videos, working on more. They are pretty much political. If you're down with uh, lesbian, gay, bi, FJB, check it out. Easily offended, maybe not for you. You know what? Look, guys, there's somebody out there that wants to watch everything. So, don't think that what you do is something that you're like, well, nobody'd watch that. Who'd have ever thought I'd have got 400,000 subs as a plumbing channel? Not many people. So it'll work. Yeah. And Jivo, I did get to that. I hope that helps. I can't believe you got my name right. Okay, and I try. What's your favorite type of barbecue, Roger, as you live in Texas? Well, it's Texas barbecue. I got to tell you, I feel bad. I went and ate last week. There's a great barbecue restaurant right just north of me here, and they had a beef rib, and it was so big. And I just ordered it, and I heard the guy mumble something, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Man, that thing was $50, but I'm telling you, it was so good. The meat was so tender, and the flavor was absolutely to die for. I'll never go back though. That was way too much. No, and I will. I prefer residential service, Andy. The reason uh, being my own company owner, residential normally pays today. That's part of our deal. Is hey, look, we're going to come out there, we're going to fix it. We get paid. A lot of commercial, they're on 60, 90-day payout, and I just don't have time for that. Yeah, just had to fix 5 leaks because the drywaller doesn't care. And man, I'd always make sure to put stud protectors up, keep your pipe protected. It can be crazy. Uh, yeah, and sorry about that, Parker. I was thinking I've got the Milwaukee. I didn't even know DeWalt made one yet. Either way it happens, residential service, PEX A and Pro Press. Yeah, they're both great. Oh my gosh, we're live. They're the best. Had to fix a leaking toilet. Good for you. Uh, yeah, I just don't want to do commercial for that reason. I want to get paid today. Uh, I want to get in, get it taken care of. I don't want to have to wait, 3 hours for corporate to approve it. There's a lot of different reasons. Uh, and man, Sean, great way to put it. When we get called as service plumbers, when we show up, we're pretty much there to save the day. Uh, literally, it is. And the bad thing is, guys, there's a lot of plumbing companies out there not like that, and they're ripping people off. So it really makes me feel good to be able to get in and take care of them and be honest with it. And Art Birds and Peace says, Mr. Wakefield, would you recommend somebody brush up on their math and science skills before starting an apprenticeship? Maybe a little bit, but not the science, mainly the math. Uh, here's the thing is they're going to teach you the science that you need to know, but no, I would not. I do a little bit of touch up, not much. Terrence Lloyd, I tell you, here in the Dallas area, it's going to put you at about uh, 18 to $20 an hour after the first year. What about y'all? What should an apprentice make after 1 year? Sean's very helpful. Sprung Unicorn says DeWalt's almost identical, but it's 18 volt. The one I have here is an M18 too. Uh, just because it's right here, I actually use this. We made a video, yesterday about PEX A, PEX B, PEX C. Paulo Tenaglia says so far use the DeWalt expander tool. 10 houses roughing in, been working good. Good deal. Andy Allen out at ASU earlier today, changing on a 125-gallon boiler. Wow, good for you. Those are a lot of fun. And you're okay. Good. You're really okay. Uh, hey, I have fun making fun of pipe fitters, welders, and all of them. Austin Duncan, I think I've got that video on my channel. Look, just remember you're there to make them look good. What can you do for them? But also let them know, look, you want to learn and grow. What would joining their union, how would that be beneficial for you? How would it help you to grow to be the best plumber, pipe fitter, whatever it is you're wanting to be? Says if you can't vent a drain under a sink, why won't more companies use auto vent? Even a lot of us older plumbers just look air intake, air admittance valves. I'm not going to say I like them or love them, but I mean, I've had problems with a few. You don't have any problem running a vent out the roof. That's kind of just the way I see it. Love Mikey Pipes. Don't know that one. Parker P. Here's an interesting question. When you find a spot where the roots are growing in, where they're broke, you recommend someone come and fix where they're entering if you can't. I tell them it needs to be fixed, and I'll go ahead and give them a price right then. Ethan King, don't places don't approve auto vents in their code. Yeah, yeah. Some places don't. I get you, Sean. See, I'm here for you. Charles Salander says mistakenly wash your beekeeping equipment in your bathtub. Man, hot water. I don't know. Anybody ever had to remove wax like that? CW, none of it's difficult to learn. You've just got to come in with a mindset to learn and pay attention. Ezekiel Haney, glad to have you in here. Big Bear Plumbing, good to see you in here as always. Yeah, good question. Thank you. Pipe might be salvaged with an auger, might be need to be replaced. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. CWSA service because so many different issues come out about. New construction is pretty straightforward. I completely agree. The way I put it to people, do you like to fix things or do you like to build things? If you're one that just loves to build things, that's great. But if you're one that, and I'm just getting here and fix this, it helps. Uh, should your toilet be bolted down to the floor? Mine is setting in a 90 with the rubber gasket. I would say, yeah, there's a problem there. Take pictures of it, put it on the subreddit, let Sean Strong know. Parker P, go enjoy your dinner. I'm fixing to get out of here. I appreciate everything. Have a good night. Will do some plumbing, but I know nothing what to do first. Man, I've got videos, I'm getting ready to jump, guys. I've got videos teaching how to get in the trades, how to get into plumbing, how to do things like that. Namanja, hello, how are you? And guys, we got a good video coming up here in about 15 minutes. I'd say hang around, check it out. It'll be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do something pretty cool. Arianzo says, "Hey Roger, have you ever dealt with Orangeburg pipe a long time ago in Austin? Plumbing company recently found 10-foot section of it my sewer line in the backyard and wanted to charge 1,500 to replace it. If it's not collapsed or anything, I wouldn't replace it yet. That price is probably pretty accurate. Never been to South Serbia, so but if I ever get there, I will remember that. Elijah, go ahead and apply. Tell them what you know and be 100% honest. And that part is huge. Be honest with them. Uh, Yeah, I could switch from either one back and forth. I've done it all in my career, so bouncing around back and forth has been really, really nice. Veronica, good luck. Uh, do you still endorse flushable wipes? Look, look, me and Sean have talked about this, and Sean's actually done the test too. And I know I'm fixing to jump, but Sean, if you want to put in there, what do you think? Uh, the Cottonelle flushable wipes dissolved almost like toilet paper. Check out that video and let me know. There you go. I love it. Man, that's what it's all about right there. You're more than welcome. Uh, yeah, California has a lot better price. Austin Duncan says, uh, first period apprentice starts out around 25 to 27 an hour. So they're probably making 30, 32 at the end of the first year. Yeah, it was I don't have a 12, I've got the 18 on the Milwaukee. But service partner plus seriously consider quitting because it wasn't feeling very fulfilling anymore. You keep it short and change my opinion. God bless. You know what? Number one, I'll end on that one right there. Uh, thank you very much. Guys, look, at the end of the day, I love what I do. I love the fact that I've made some great relationships across the country thanks to YouTube and LinkedIn, TikTok, a bunch of other social channels. So I do. I love what I do. I think it's great, and I think it's a blessing that I've been given. I love to get in here and talk about plumbing to help people get in the trades. I think the neatest comments I get are when I get older people that tell me, look, I can't afford a plumber, so I learned to fix this myself watching you, or younger people that say, look, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, and I became a plumber and I love it. So thank y'all very much. I do appreciate y'all being in here. I definitely think that, what I do on Sundays or what I do on Mondays, I have a lot of fun with. I think it's amazing, and that's why I keep coming back. So what I will tell y'all is thank you for being here. Definitely start if you hadn't yet, like I said, subscribe and ring the bell. We're gonna start doing some cool things, giving away some stuff. Uh, we're gonna make it a lot of fun, and we love having y'all in here. So please subscribe. It helps YouTube understand people like what we're doing. So thank you very much. And for all the thumbs up there, thank you. I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.